Hello and welcome back to another video. Now in this video I'm going to be showing you how I've taken this old cabinet, it's wooden and it was left in my house, and I upcycled it into something I would use. Started with a trip to my local B&Q. You can see that I just got some wood primer and some wood paint. I'm going to go for like a grey, quite subtle design. That's because I'm not sure on what colour the paint on the walls will be. So I think that grey will go with everything. So I got lots of wood paint specifically, and then I got a few other items. The finds of the day were these bargains of some plug sockets and light switches. You can see the white ones were 50p each, whilst the chrome ones were only £1. Now I spent I think roughly about £12 on one chrome socket the other day. So to get these were an absolute bargain. They've got the screws, they've got everything you need in the packet. There was a huge box in B&Q, so it's definitely worth checking the sale items because I've saved myself an absolute fortune here. It was a really good shop. I wasn't expecting to find these, but I did get the paint I need for the cabinet. Now, the cabinet itself, I originally thought was like a TV unit where they used to put TVs in, but as it's got these shelves in, I think it literally was just almost like a shelving unit. If you think you know what it was, please comment down below. But I think it was just used for storage, so it's got two shelves and then two drawers. Everything's in really good working condition apart from one screw. It's got the matching dresser as well, so it's a two-set piece. I'll see how the TV unit, is what I call it, is going to go before I take that on. The first job was to sand it down. This was really easy, really fun. I made sure I took out all the shelves and everything and sanded the wood down completely. Only took me about 10 minutes, but I made sure that I got it stripped back as best as possible. Nothing really on the back, so we're going to leave that as plain as it is, but everything that's on show was sanded down really quick, really simple. The mood, here's my favourite candle that I lit in the background before I started to prime it. As you already saw at the start of the video, I picked up just a B&Q basic primer. It was really cheap. I made sure I lined my paint pot with tin foil. I think you're supposed to do it with cling film, but I didn't have any of that. But everything that I use pretty much has come from B&Q. Now the primer also is a grey in colour, which matched the entire thing. Now I did 2 layers of primer. I think on the tin it said 2 to 3 depending on what you painted, but I've done 2 layers. I made sure I did as well dust down after the sanding, so just make sure you remove all dust whilst we get on with some priming and then some painting. So after 2 layers of primer and then 2 layers of paint, I did this over about 4 days just to make sure it dried completely. I then had the task of just attaching the handles, which you saw me spray earlier. This was a little bit fiddly just to make sure you get all the old paint out, but after I'd done one drawer I kind of flew and got into a really good rhythm. Now the final product I was absolutely astounded with. I couldn't believe how well it came out. I was a bit apprehensive, but the unit took the paint really well, and like I said, this was all the basic range from B&Q, so even if you're worried about the price it being too cheap, it was absolutely perfect for the job. Here is the final product, and well, like I said, I'm absolutely amazed by it. I haven't done the inside, which I am going to do. I didn't really think about it because I wasn't too sure, but I will add a layer of paint to the inside. So again, the drawers are fully working. It's a little bit stiff at the minute because of the dry paint, so I'm just going to sand some of that down and then find a place for it once my renovations have finished in my new home. I would say this is probably the biggest project I've done. Obviously, I've done some smaller projects, but this is the biggest project I've done, sorry, and I'm really, really happy with. I would say, like I said, 4 to 5 hours it's taken in total to dry completely. And when you compare it to the first one, it saves money and it's an excellent, excellent upcycle. As this first bigger project has gone well, I'm going to attempt some other DIY and keep you updated with all my renovations in the house. So make sure you don't miss a video and you click subscribe. Thanks for watching.